service to others. I guess, yeah, someone who serves other people. The origin of that word hero comes from Latin and Greek, and it comes from the words to protect and serve, and so I think in that same vein, that's the way I think of heroes.
You know, it's a good question. I think there's just so many different definitions of a hero. You know, we see it every day in the news. I mean, the most recent is, you know, the guy that saved those girls from that house in Ohio. I think it's just, you know, being heroic is, I think, just a culmination of a lot of little things. I think the little things are often underestimated. You know, when you live a life of character, I think when you do the things that you would rather not do, but you do them anyway, even though nobody's really paying attention, I think those are the beginnings of a heroic quality. I don't get caught up in the, you know, the Hollywood version of what's heroic. I think we have guys that are out of sight and out of mind every day, fighting for the you know, luxuries we get every day, the fact that we can come here without regard to our safety, the soldiers, the firefighters, the police officers who are, you know, such a part of the fabric of it, but we just don't see what they do every day. You know, we only see them when we're, I guess, when we're being, you know, doing things we shouldn't be. But as far as heroic, though, I mean, that's, to me, that's about it. As far as, you know, living an ordinary life, doing things, ordinary things extraordinarily, I guess.
And there's many definitions of hero. As I understand it, there's certainly the one that's on the battlefield that saves people's lives, that does heroic acts of valor, and is recognized for those, and we all call that person a hero. But there's also the person that saves people's souls and helps direct people to do the right thing through life. I consider those people heroes as well. So in my understanding, many people can be heroes, but society seems to only name a few.
I think being a hero, I think someone who kind of exemplifies being brave, you know, stepping out of your element to not necessarily save someone, like save their life or whatever. I mean, that is also heroic, but just little things. Okay. Like here at Andre House, people come in and they need basic needs. You know, they need a toothbrush or they need a shower. And I don't know if I would call myself a hero, but I think little things like that take a lot of guts.
I don't think the archetype of hero has changed since I was a kid, but I think the way I see heroes has changed, and I think that's pretty natural and normal for people as they develop as you know, from going from childhood to adolescence to adulthood. I think your personal definition changes based on how you see the world and your personal development. So I don't think that the idea of a hero has changed, but I think the way each person sees the hero changes as they develop.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you're little, you have, you know, this idea that a hero is kind of, you know, you have your superheroes and like people in movies or people on TV, but for me, like, I've also found like personal heroes of mine, like people that have like really stepped up to, you know, help me or help others. I think that has definitely evolved throughout the years.
Okay. I would have to say, as I see it today, yes, we are headed in a good direction. We certainly still recognize those heroes on the battlefield. We recognize those that have done superior things. And I think now we are also recognizing the small guy that also does daily acts of heroism. The guy that gives the homeless man a couple of dollars so he can buy himself a drink or something, especially here in Phoenix when it's so warm.
That's a good question. I mean, I don't know if the heroes are leading. You know, I think we have politicians who lead, but it'd be nice if we could get some. There's some guys that I think that would be. I think we need more of them. I don't know if we're going in the wrong direction. I just think that we could go in a different direction.
Well, I think the universal for being a hero is acting from within, not expecting any recognition from anybody, doing things that you feel are for the betterment of mankind, for the betterment of an individual, and you do that without the thought of being recognized or being rewarded in any way.
I don't know. I think heroes come in all different shapes and sizes and varieties, but I think it takes guts. I think it takes bravery to kind of step out of your element for someone else or even for yourself. So yeah. I'd say that's good.
My wife is probably, she's the first person to come to mind after you ask that question, just based on that topic of sacrifice. My mother comes to mind, a lot of the faculty and a lot of coaches, a lot of the people I work with. I think I'm surrounded by them, like you said. I'm blessed to be surrounded by great kids, great parents, great family, great co-workers, great friends, and in a community that understands what sacrifice is. But my wife, and to know the sacrifice that she's done for our family, and she's my hero. Don't show her this, so I might. It's close to Mother's Day. I hope she doesn't see this, because then I'd really be in trouble.
Well, I have a lot of heroes. I think my wife is my hero. Just because of the fantastic attitude that she has in her selfless way of seeing the world. She's a cancer survivor. Like I said, she saves lives, and she saved my life through the sacraments of marriage. And so she'd be a hero. I think the greatest hero that we all have is Jesus Christ. I mean, he's the hero. He is the one selfless, consistent, humble hero that. So that's a hero for me too. So those are a couple, and then of course. I don't know. I think as you go throughout your day, you see people that just in any one day you can find somebody that's being selfless, being humble, and in the way that they act out in the world, and that's inspiring. And do they become your hero? I guess at that moment they do. They become for that little moment in time, they become your hero, and then they pass by. But so I think there's an opportunity for, I guess, everybody to be a hero. It's an opportunity for me, for you, for everybody watching the video to become a hero in their own way each day. I think it's a matter of, again, whether you're going to see yourself as such and kind of step up to the challenge.
My hero, thinking about this, I would probably have to say my parents, just because I've made a lot of decisions in my life that were probably not the best, and my parents were always there to support me and kind of like bring me back and lift me up to wherever I need to be. Yeah. So I think them giving me that support and kind of even when it was uncomfortable for them to support me, they still did. So I think I'd say my parents.
Awesome.